Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for spending some time with me tonight. I really appreciate you going out of your way to like, comment, and subscribe. That helps me and the channel out a lot. So thank you guys. Now, this goes without saying, but a spinnerbait must be tied on during the shad spawn. And depending where you live at in the country, there should be a shad spawn going on in the next couple weeks or right now. So this is a bait that has kind of come out of retirement, and it is the 4-blade spinnerbait. Later on in the video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to put this together, but I kind of want to just dive into what a spinnerbait can do and get yourself a little pair of pliers like this to where you can bend the wire out and start changing blades, because a spinnerbait is one of those baits where if you want to get fish to react with a moving bait and you want to imitate little shad, which most lakes have little shad at some point in the year, it's very important to know how to, or to be good at, taking the wire off and putting smaller blades or bigger blades and changing them really quickly. So that's a big part of spinnerbait fishing, and I kind of want to dive into that, and then I'll show you guys how to put this spinnerbait together, because this isn't made by anyone anymore. This is really a tedious process, putting this on there like that, and it really only works around the shad spawn. You might catch some on it during the fall, but most of the time this is just going to be used for the shad spawn. Like when the water's cooler than 60 degrees, if you watch my other videos, I am most of the time just throwing a single Colorado, because that is the easiest spinnerbait to throw and the easiest one to fish around cover. Once it gets above 70 degrees, I'll go to a couple willow leaves, but the shad spawn, very important, this little setup here. So to cut you guys down, when if you do put, cut your time down, if you do put one of these together, you need a oblong bead to go on there first, and then get the smallest willow leaf you can find, like a 1, then a round silver bead, and this clear plastic tubing. If you take it off another spinnerbait, cut it in half, because you will run out of room on your arm. So clear plastic tubing cut in half, then a round silver, and then go up to like a 1.5 or a 2, and then a round silver bead, more clear plastic tubing cut in half, and then 2 silver beads, and then like a 2 or a 2.5, and then 2 of those plastic oblong beads. That's going to keep everything on there nice and tight, and then like a 4.5 or a 4 to end it. I don't like to go above a 4.5 because it's hard to cast in the wind. A 5 is really hard to cast in the wind, and then you've already got plenty of flash, so you don't need to get too crazy with that. You've got 4 blades on there. So a spinnerbait in the shad spawn is, again, a really big deal. Now, it's not always the best thing to throw. I did another video where I talk about a square bill, I think, is a better bait if you're fishing grass, and a swim jig is better if you're fishing around docks. But if you're going to throw this in a marina or something around floating docks, a spinnerbait's a perfect bait for that. You're not technically casting it underneath docks, you're just throwing it in slips, and then pretty much any situation, it is one of the best baits. So you got to have it tied on, and then this is one that they don't make anymore, and the fish hardly ever see it. So you're giving them an option that is probably the most realistic looking shad spawn bait, and no one is fishing this bait right now. So put one of those together, guys. Try one during the shad spawn. Good luck to you, and I'll see you on the water.